Hi, this is Albina, and today I will show you how to wire wrap bead to make a pendant. So we will use any rectangular bead that has a hole inside and 22 gauge round dead soft wire. So on one end we'll make 90-degree bend, leaving about 1.5–2 inch tail like that. Then using round nose pliers, or you may use the bell making pliers like I'm using to make a loop. So complete the full loop, then using chain nose pliers, make second bend so that short end is running together with the long wire, so we have that a bail on top. Now pass the rest of the wire through the bead like that and hide that short end inside the bead. You may want to leave a little bit more wire on top of that loop, so we will use it for the bail. And now we will bend the wire towards the back side of the pendant, if you have the back side. Then we will use the flat nose pliers now. Hold the wire with the flat nose pliers on the very bottom, like that. Hold the pliers perpendicular and bend the wire towards the side, so we have a 90-degree bend. You may hold with your finger, with your thumb, that corner and wrap the wire all around the bead, like that. Now we will insert the wire end inside the loop we just made with that corner. You can push, guide the wire through that loop all the way, pull it slightly, so make sure it's all wrapped around the bead. And I'm pulling the wire towards the bail, so I'm pulling it down like that, so make sure it's all nice and snug. Repeat the same step with the flat nose pliers. Hold the wire, pull the wire perpendicular, make a 90-degree bend. You can see that we made just kind of like a U-turn. Insert the wire end inside that loop we just made again. Pull the wire like that, make sure it's all nice and tight, and pull the wire up towards the bail again. So every time we pull the wire or bend the wire like this, we're trying to make about 90-degree bends, right? So keep repeating the same step, making 90-degree bend, pull the wire through the loop and tighten it to make 3, 4, or 5 wraps around your stone. It all depends over the size of the bead, of course. This brown stone is kind of on the large side, so I will make 5 wraps around it. So the bigger the bead, the more wire you may need. So I made 4 wraps. Don't worry if they are not parallel to each other, we will fix everything. So now I'm about to make the 5th and last wrap around the bead. You notice the wire already have kind of bends, and that kind of hard to manipulate, but that's why we're using round nose pliers. Now when we're done, I'm not using any tools, I'm just using that wire end and wrap it around my bail or under that loop 3 times. You can do 2 times if you don't have enough room, but at least 2 times you have to wrap. So I did 3 times. I'm bringing my wire end through the back and cut the rest of the wire with wire cutters. If you need, you may tuck that little sharp end inside if you need it. If you don't, just you can skip that step. Now, using your fingers, we can make some adjustments, moving the wires. Make sure they distribute it evenly, right? You may use your pliers to lift a little bit the wire, like I want to lift my last wire piece a little bit towards the bale. If you like your straight wires, you can understand, but I decided to make kind of little add to some twists. So using the same flat nose pliers, I hold the wire and twist it, turning it like clockwise. If you want to do so, make sure you're turning the pliers every time to the same direction. For example, in my case, I'm doing clockwise. You can do 1 or 2 times on each wire. And again, it all depends on the size of your bead. And it's pretty much is done. Now your wire is locked there, doesn't move much, so it's not loose. And here I'll show you another pendant. It's a little bit smaller. I made 3 wraps around it. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Share, like, subscribe. And thank you for watching.